Recently, GSAP reposted this cool folder-like effect by Srushti. The link of this you'll find in the description. So I really like this effect, and I've seen this effect in other awards-winning sites as well. So in this video, I thought, why don't I recreate something like this and teach you guys? So this is the inspired video, and this is what I came up with. So we have a bunch of different folders kind of like stack on top of each other, and then when I hover over any one of them, the rest of the folder get sort of mutated, and then the image basically flow out of the folder. So this is what we're going to be building in this video. The source code as well as the live link is in the description, so you guys can go and check it out. This is a really cool effect that you can use for your project sections, or if you want to add a cool interactive footer, you can also use this as a footer section as well. Or in case if you want to add kind of like a full screen navigation, even then you can use something like this. So it's a very cool way of showcasing cool front-end expertise. So this is what we're going to be building in this video. Without delay, let's get started and let's learn to build this. Here I'm in my index.html file, and as you can see, we have a little bit of styling, and inside of the body we just have a layout div. Now I'm just going to be quickly explaining what we have. So for the body, we've just given it a min height, and then some font style, color, and then a background color. And then for the layout, we've just given it to take the entire height as well as the width, and then with flex column have the entire content within it that we're going to be adding in a bit, push down at the very bottom, and then with no overflow. That's pretty much the structure. So we're going to start off by adding the different layers. Now if you have seen the intro, you'd see that we'd have two different layers. The first layer has two folders, and then the one right under it has three. So we're gonna have the layer. Now this layer is gonna have the folder within it. So first we're gonna add one folder, and I'm just gonna be basically giving you the overview or the structure of this container. And this folder has the photos div, which has all the different photos. Now the images are inside of each individual photo div. Now we're gonna have three photos, so we have three such divs with images. And then for the content, we have the panel. Now we've just added a unique identifier to each of the individual panels. So here, as you can see, I've added panel 1. Now for the other folders panel, we're just gonna have panel 1, 2, 3, and whatever, as many number of folders that we have. But then within this, we have the index as p tag, and then an h1 for the title. And then right after that, we have a target div. Now this target div is the div that's gonna be which is the one that we're going to be using to have the hover effect. So this is the div that we're going to be hovering on top of, and then we're going to be animating the different images. Now we could have done the same with the folder, but then the folder will have some some restrictions, so we can't really have it on the folder, but we'd be doing it on the target, which you'll know once we add the styling, and then we get the layout of the divs as like an actual folder. So this is the first folder. Now the layer 1 has two folders, so I'm just going to be adding that, and then I'm just going to be copy pasting it, and I'm going to be adding the second folder with three different folders. That's it. Now as you can see, just to cross check, you can see that we have panel 2 for the second one, and then same we have panel 3, 4, and 5 for the 5 different folders. Let's add the CSS and let's get this to look pretty. But before that, I'm just going to be showing you how it renders. So this is how it is rendering. As of now, we just use the same 3 images for all the different folders, but it's fine. You can add from your end whatever you feel like. So we're going to style the layer. The layer will have flex with width as 100%, since we want the folders to be horizontally stacking or appear one after the other. And then we have the folder. The folder will have position relative, since the content within it, some of it will be absolutely placed. Now this is going to take all the available space, and I'm going to be giving it a fixed height of 200 pixels. Then since the content within it needs to be flex column, so we have the split flex and flex actions column. And then since when we move the mouse over it, we need the cursor as pointer, so we'll just add that. The photos within it will be absolutely placed with top 0, left 0, and then a min width, basically a width that has the min method that gives you the minimum, which is either 22 rem or 100% based on the screen size. I thought of making it responsive, but then I thought it's fine for now. Let's just keep it desktop, because if you want to integrate it, you can obviously do it from your side as well. So in some of the values, you'd see that I've used this min method, but yeah, for you to add or make it responsive, you'd have to add some other stuff as well, but I don't think those are like too much. You'd probably have to throw in some media queries and should be fine. But yeah, this is for the photos. We don't want any pointer events because the actual pointer event is going to be on the target. So we just have pointer events to none, overflow hidden. But then when we hover over the folder, then we want it to be visible. So we have overflow is visible. The photo that basically holds the actual image will have position absolute, some top, width, and height stuff. Each of the individual image or the photo will be placed a bit differently just so that we can animate it well, as well as a transform origin value just so that the left one rotates from top left, the center one stays from the center, and then from the top right for the right image. And then the actual image styling that takes 100% of the width and height of its parent. And then for the panel styling, we just have it relative. Basically take up the entire folder with some padding, no pointer events. And then we add the before pseudo element, which will be the actual key factor of having the folder like layout or the structure that we have for each individual folder. So in here, we're going to be using clip path and make it look like an actual folder. So this element is going to stay out jogged from the top left just so that it can make the entire folder seem like an actual folder. So we're going to have content as empty string, position absolute, top minus 48 pixels, same as the height of this element. And we're going to give it a width with min method, which is 360 pixels or 100%. And then height as 48 pixels, as I've said. So whatever is the height, that much you want this element to be sort of pushed outwards, kind of like out jogged. And then you add a clip path with this polygon to give it the actual shape of the out jog portion of a folder, or kind of like a trapezium. Now, if you don't really know how to create or add polygons, as in ClipPath, you can just search for ClipPath generator and you'd probably find something called as Clippy, which you can use to, drag and click and then make ClipPath as you like. And then underneath you'd find the generated value, which you can copy paste it here. That's what basically I did. And then for the different panels and the pseudo element, we're just going to add the different background colors. And then when you click or when you hover over any particular folder, as you've seen in the intro, the rest of the folders kind of get muted. So we'd add basically beforehand the muted class to the folder and give them a muted background as well as a color for the text. And then we add some styling to the p tag as well as the h1, and then we start styling the target. Now this target is gonna basically contain the folder as well as the out jogged before pseudo element. So it's gonna have position absolute, left, right, and bottom stay as is, like take the leftmost, rightmost, and then bottommost. But then for the top portion, we want it to go a bit more. So we've just, expanded it to have minus 52 pixels, which also includes the negative 48 pixels that is out jogged by the before pseudo element. So this is why this element is needed, just so that we can grab onto this, add pointer events, and then when we move our mouse on top of the target, we can animate the image. So we're done with the HTML, and this is how it looks. Now we'd add the JavaScript and get the animation working. So here, we'd also need to add pointer events auto. So I'll just add that. So here we start with the script tag. The GSAP defaults would be override as auto. Here we add the different tilting or the rotating values. So I add inside of this array 3 different subarrays with minus 20, 10, minus 10, 10, and then 10 and 20. And then we add a function for the mutate others, which will trigger when we hover over a particular folder, but the rest of the folders will get mutated. So this function takes in all the folders, the active one, and then an on value. So we basically loop through all the different folders, and then for the folder, for all the different folders, we basically class list or toggle the class of mutate, and then for the active one, we don't add the mutate class. That's pretty much it. So for the classes that are not active or hovered, only you add mutate class onto it. That's what this does. Then we have the animate photos function. This takes in all the different photo elements as well as an opening, which is kind of like a boolean. So here we take in all the different photos, and for each of the photos we take the element as well as the index, and then here we just destructure the tilt and then take in the low value as well as the high value. And for the element we add GSAP.to method to animate it, and then if you hover it, or if the opening is true, basically if you want this to animate, then you push it upwards from 0 to negative 100% just so that the images are visible. You rotate it if this is true with the random value. Now this random value ranges between the low and the high value, and if this is closed, it doesn't really rotate, so you have rotate as 0. And then the duration of this would be 0.25 and ease, as well as a delay of opening. A delay if it's opening, or if it's animating, then this is the delay that you want to add, else this. And then what you do is you grab all the different folders with query selector, run a for loop for each of the individual folders. What you do is you grab the target and you grab the photos within that. And what you do is when the pointer or mouse enters, you mutate all the different folders and you animate the photos. And when your mouse moves out, you basically remove the mutation. Not mutation, the muting of the folders. And then also you hide the images, so you have the animate as false in there as well. So now when you hover, as you can see that all the different folders basically get muted, and only the folder that you are hovering has the image animation as well as the background color. The source code as well as the live link will be in the description, so you guys can go and check it out. If you like this video, please like it, give it a thumbs up, and if you're new to the channel, if you haven't subscribed yet, please make sure to subscribe to the channel because I bring in cool stuff like this every week. This is it for this video. Meet you guys in the next. Till then, bye bye, take care, and peace.